my Facebook feed is changing slowly from Donald Trump posts to "Did you get the Nintendo Mini?" What up, YouTube? Nate. I just shook the camera. Sorry. What up, YouTube? Nate here from Thrift Dweller. Today, Monday Nitro Pickups returns, video game edition. I know some people are not too keen on DVD pickups. This week, Monday Nitro Pickups, where we go over our pickups for the entire, they used to be weekly, but I'm going to call it a week. Whatever. Monday Nitro Pickups. As we always do, our pickup videos in 3 segments. The first segment, ding, ding, ding. Shelf padding. Games that we got because they were cheap or we don't care about them. They were just there and we bought them. I went out of town with my family probably last week. $2 for Air Combat. I picked this up from my buddy Gen 6. You guys might remember him from a couple videos a season or 2 ago. The bottom was pretty scratched up, but I think it's all surface. So, for people who don't know, this is the first Ace Combat. It was called Air Combat, and this one's missing the front book. So, if anyone has the front book, hook it up. These ones, I'm very hesitant to put them as no cheaps because they're pretty cool, actually. Out of town thrift store, $1.50 for 2 Icon DS, are these DSIs? Charging stations. I bought them because, you know, I thought it was a cool looking gimmick. It had these cables. Both of them had one of the plugs, and these are the ones that I'm more more concerned about, getting these AC adapters. But after trying out these charging stations, these are pretty dope. They got like this blue light indicating that it's plugged in. It's a nice display piece on top of your desk, beside your bed, whatever. I know kids are like, man, I had that when I was 5. It's a cool aesthetic look. The blue light, the way the DS sits in the docking station. The only problem I have is that the blue light is always on, regardless if it's plugged in or not. It just seems wasteful. I thought it'd be cool if the blue light was only on when it's in, and when you take it off, the blue light goes off. I thought that would be cool. But still, really happy to pick these up. $1.50. I actually carry my DSs to work. Now I'm going to carry 2 to work as opposed to 1. I'm playing a few games. If you're interested in a segment on Thrift Dweller where we go over the games that we're playing for like the week or for the month, let us know. I think that would make a really cool segment for next year. Walmart t-shirts, $10, made in the 80s. I bought these cables because they're RGB cables with a GameCube adapter at the end of it, which I think is really cool. Look, it even has a switch on the back here for HD TV and regular TV. It also has Xbox and PlayStation ports on the back, and just a little bit better picture quality than the standard RCA plugs. They call RCA plugs? Someone correct me on those. Component cables. Really cool to have. Versatile cables. Moving on. I got a hookup from the buddy Gen 6, actually. He got hooked up with... whatever. I'll show these were all free from Gen 6. Empty case. God of War Chains of Olympus, which is useless because I have all the God of War games on the PS3. Probably the best game in this lot, Pursuit Force Extreme Justice. NBA 06, NBA Ray Allen. That's on the cover of it. Prince of Persia Revelations, not a sports game. NHL 07. And Kobe Bryant NBA 07. Now, this leads into the second segment of our pickup videos. Ding, ding, ding. No cheaps, where we pick up games that we wanted to add to our collection. Gen 6 hooked it up with a free PSP package. He had a buddy moving out of his house, wanted to get rid of some stuff to the thrift store, and Gen 6 is like, yo, wait up. My homie Nate likes retro video games. He's a hoarder. Let him have it. I hooked it up. PSP, I've been playing a lot of this recently. If you don't know, recently had a new baby boy in our family. Lots of sleepless nights. Lots of not being able to escape to the basement because it's not fair to my wife who had a C-section that she has to, pick up the baby or whatever. Keeping the handhelds upstairs, I've been playing a lot of GBA, a lot of PSP. On the same trip out of town, there was this really cool, if you follow me on Instagram, you would have saw the picture, a retro video game store that just opened a couple cities away from this one. The guys were really nice, actually. Shoutouts to One Life or Extra Life. I think it was Extra Life Retro Video Game Store, something like that. Follow me on Instagram, thriftdweller Nate on Instagram. But the guys hooked me up with these 2 import Saturn games. I'm not going to say the prices of them, but they were very reasonable. Knights for the import Saturn. And you have Virtual Fighter Remix for the import Saturn. Shout out to Martello Gaming Grounds, the homie who hooked me up with my import Saturn. So you see, it is getting used, bro.
Okay, the situation was my camera battery died while I was shooting that pickup video, so I lost some of the footage that I shot. The audio might be different as well because I'm not using my condenser microphone right now. This is the onboard microphone for this camera, so I might suck a little bit there, might suffer a bit. Sorry about that. If I had a special edition Metal Gear Solid 4, this DVD would complete that set. It is the Metal Gear Saga Volume 2. It kind of goes in depth from everything from the first Metal Gear incarnation to why Hideo Kojima hates the Nintendo translation of Metal Gear Solid, all the way up to Metal Gear Solid 4. It was a really well done documentary, and I believe it was a pack-in for the special edition of the game. Very happy to find it. It was at Valley Village, $2.99, standard DVD price for this. A passing of a great titan of video games. Not that Hideo Kojima died, it's just the whole Konami thing. We'll never get another good Castlevania game. Metal Gear is done, which, you know, sometimes things drag on. And the way Metal Gear Solid ended was probably the best way that it was supposed to happen. It died with Hideo Kojima left Konami, and to be frank, Konami does not deserve great titles like Castlevania and Metal Gear. $5.99 minus 30% off at Valley Village for Grand Theft Auto Liberty City Stories. 2-for-1 game. Personally, I like the packaging of these. I thought they were really cool. The back part was the main thing that I thought was really dope. Comment below. Does anyone out there play the old Grand Theft Auto games? I've been playing Grand Theft Auto since the computer, since PlayStation 1, when it was like a top-down overview and it wasn't as graphic and gory and freaking awesome as it is now. I've been playing it for a long time, but I haven't played much of the PS2 versions. I remember every time I did play it, I just tried to get like 5-star wanted ratings, you know, really fuck shit up, and get, my goal was to get the tactical police helicopter to come after me. If you know me, you know that I love video game soundtracks. $1.99 at Valley Village for Banjo-Kazooie Nuts and Bolts, the original soundtrack for the game. Very happy that I picked this up, actually. I listened to it in my car. Really nice soundtrack, very mellow mood. Some nice quirky music in there, but this is like full orchestral music. You got people playing violins or tubas or whatever. What other soundtracks do I have here? From the Dreamcast, Grandia 2 soundtrack, disc only. Found that at out of town thrift store for 75 cents. Persona 4 Arena soundtrack for 75 cents, again out of town. Really cool. Ocarina of Time Zelda original soundtrack. This one does sound synthesized though. There's no bass in any of the songs for this. Maybe there isn't supposed to be bass, but this was really cool. I use this to put my daughter to sleep in the car. Okay, enough of that. Extra Life. Again, guys hooked me up. Power Rangers the movie. Okay, there's no game in here. This is just an empty box. But gave me an outstanding price for it. Again, really love the non-franchised retro video game stores run by gamers for gamers type thing. The Power Rangers movie was the better beat 'em up on the Super Nintendo for the Power Rangers games. This, if I find the manual, actually makes substantial gains to the value of the cartridge that I own. So I'm on the lookout for a manual for this. The box is in pretty crappy condition, but again, he gave me a really good price for it. I don't want to disclose it because I don't want to ruin his business, but I came a long way, sir. That's a Thrift Dweller tip there. How do you want to get a good price? A game that I'm ashamed to say that I didn't play yet, fully anyways, from Rockstar Games, Red Dead Redemption. This is the Game of the Year edition. I have played Undead Nightmare, but I haven't actually played the original game that the zombie version was based off of. And I just thought for $4.99 minus 30% off, this is complete. Has the maps, has the manuals, has a double disc. I thought it was an outstanding value. Second last pickup before maple syrup pickup of the video. Sega Rally in the CDs, 99 cents, out of town thrift store for the Sega Dreamcast. Watch out, CJR, I'm coming after you, man. I could complete the Sega Dreamcast collection, huh? No, not happening. Not happening. And the maple syrup pickup of this video. To be honest, the Power Rangers movie box would have been, if that came with a manual, even though that's just the box and manual, that would have been the best pickup of this video. However, $20 minus 30% off at Value Village. You got this Game Boy SP bag here, Game Boy Advance SP, for a Game Boy Color. Now, I don't own many Game Boy Colors, and I really like the colorway of this one. It's like a maroony pink. Comes with the charger, comes with some sort of charger for the car. It also came with 2 games, Pac-Man and Snoopy Tennis. Somewhat anticlimactic pickup here for the maple syrup pickup of the video. Comes with a handy dandy carrying pouch. I'm canceling that. Check out some shots of the Game Boy. I know it looks pretty cool. The PSP. Hookup from a friend. Best value of this pickup video. Free. I'm actually playing it right now. Getting the best bang for my buck out of this thing. Power Stone, man. That's a solid game. And I asked on Instagram and on Twitter, if you don't follow us, please do. Is Power Stone an underrated gem? And CJR was like, are you serious? I'm like, yes, I'm serious, because in the fighting game genre, so I have to keep my voice down, my kids are sleeping upstairs. In the fighting game genre, I don't hear Power Stone brought up a lot. No, I'm not getting a Nintendo Switch. Actually, today, as I'm shooting this video, it's November 11th, midnight. My Facebook feed is changing slowly from Donald Trump posts to did you get the Nintendo Mini, and like racist comments about people buying multiple ones and people being mad at gougers, and it looks dirty out there, and I'm kind of having second thoughts if I want to actually pick up an NES Mini. We never actually finished the NES 30 review. Kids, man, it happens, life. Another pickup that I did make was the complete Street Fighter pop figure collection. I think, you know what, when I was shooting this video, I think that was actually what I wanted to have as the maple syrup pickup of this video. But on second thought, I want to shoot a separate video about that. I completed the Series 1 of the basic set, none of the collector edition ones. I don't believe in that. But the Street Fighter pop figures, if you want my opinion on them, stay tuned, comment below, and subscribe so you don't miss the video when I do that one. Anyways, that's it for me, Nate. Thank you guys very much for watching. Take care of yourself and each other.